Hello. So as you probably know, during this time I have been trying to raise awareness of people suffering from chronic illness, because chronic illness is lockdown in many, many ways. And I did some jottings in my journal, and I wanted to share them with you because they're on my heart and I feel it's important. Literally jottings, by the way. I'm not reading some beautiful piece of prose. I may not even be able to read it. There are many heroes of our time, but I have always seen every human as a hero, pandemic, war or not. You are a hero for negotiating your particular life and all its darkness and light, its ugliness and beauty, its success and its failures, its good and its bad, its poverty and its abundance, its joy and its sadness. Every life holds these things, and we are all heroes. We are ever more so now, and there's no one collective that is more so. You are heroes if you are okay, you are heroes if you're not okay, you are heroes if you're a key worker, on your own, struggling and sad, enjoying it, a nurse or a doctor, a parent, a single parent, in a loving relationship, in an abusive one, anxious or joyful, all heroes. And we all have various causes we want to raise awareness of and finances for in this time. Mine is for the chronically ill. Chronic illness can include diabetes, cancer and heart failure, things that are recognisable and we understand. But the chronic illness I speak of are things like chronic infections from Lyme disease to EPV, which is the Epstein-Barr virus, or otherwise known as glandular fever, meaning it's always latent in the system, causing inflammation and exhaustion. Chronic fatigue syndrome, POTS, which is an autonomic nervous system dysfunction where the blood pressure and heart rate don't work properly, EDS, connective tissue issues, ME, lupus, celiac, IBS, the list goes on. Often people have many of them because once an immune system has been compromised, the likelihood of further attachment from other nasties happens. What chronic illness isn't? Just being a bit tired, hypochondria, avoidance, anxiety, insecurity, Munchausen's, giving up, self-pity, a choice, apathy, mental weakness, lack of resilience, which is none of those things. What chronic illness is misunderstood, judged, isolating or isolation, a fatigue that is inexplicable, a fatigue. We all suffer from exhaustion and fatigue, but this is a medical fatigue where the thought of going to the toilet is like climbing Everest. A grief, loss, daily loss, brain fog, anxiety symptoms from inflammation. It is real, it is sad, it is confusing, it is not helped enough or supported enough, it's not understood enough, it is financially crippling. Functional medicine is fantastic in understanding it and helping it, but your average doctor, not through their fault of their own, but because they aren't trained in it, doesn't understand it, so people have to finance it through supplementation, through functional medicine practitioners, through holistic practitioners at all cost. So I'm just wanting to raise awareness of it. If you know people who are chronically ill, please try and listen, try and understand it, ask them what they want. And for those of you in lockdown now who are finding it difficult, please try and understand that that is what chronic illness is. Chronic illness is lockdown. It is quarantining. Anyone who's finding lockdown hard, imagine being the only one in lockdown. Imagine the world carrying on with all its beauty and opportunity and not being able to partake. Imagine everyone else doing all that you desire and you are stuck at home. That's chronic illness. Imagine having dreams for your life and then being told to go into lockdown. That's chronic illness. Imagine being in lockdown but not being able to work out or have the energy for Zoom calls or FaceTime conversations. That's chronic illness. People with chronic illness are called to a deeply resilient, courageous, sincere internal life, a place to to find acceptance and not anger at their situation, a way to keep themselves stimulated and part of life without being able to be part of life, of getting through each hour as best they can. They miss walking in cafes, let alone a holiday and travel, let alone a gig, a party, an adventure of any kind. They have to appreciate the tiniest little things, from their confusing and isolated housebound. Sorry, I suddenly couldn't read my writing. They celebrate the brief moments of energy they have with creativity and kindness. They are also sad and angry, and cannot believe their life has come to what it has. When there's such desire and such energy and such love of life and all it has to offer, all its beauty, all its fun. Chronic illness sufferers are warriors, and you are all my heroes. So as I say, there are many heroes. In life, there are many heroes in this time, but my heart is with those with chronic illness, because lockdown is helping us understand what it means to live with it. And one day I'll share my story of why I understand it. For now, just to say, as I reveal my breasticles, love wins. Take care.